It is engagement we need to have.
Those who suffer miscarriages are never taken into account.
Members of the National Assembly are also influence peddlers.
You are sitting on Nigerians' money.
From the Babin, I pay my rent. From the Babin, I send my children to school.
A consultative engagement.
No any tangible
of each citation. Thank you. We now commence with the third batch of 5 ministers designate to have their citations read. Minister designate from Cross River State, Dr. Betta Edu, was born on the 27th day of October 1986. This young medical doctor served as the Commissioner of Health in Cross River State, and most recently served as the National Women Leader of the governing All Progressives Congress. She previously served as the National Chairman of the Nigeria Health Commissioners Forum, trained at the University of Calabar, as well as the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. She has played a pivotal role
Businesses in Africa can be very challenging. In Nigeria, it is particularly intimidating, and successful builders have learned how to navigate a hostile environment to unlock opportunities. But one major challenge businesses face is how to filter through the noise and identify where their ideal customers exist. Get insight and practical steps from industry players and captains of industries. Here are success stories to help you make informed decisions as you scale your business in Nigeria. Watch Business Insights at this time on Plus TV Africa.
Nigeria's Niger Delta region, from where the black gold fuels Africa's largest economy, where the lines between wealth and poverty has never been thinner. Conflicts, poverty, insecurity, and environmental challenges daily confront the region. How can the Niger Delta story be changed for the better? Join Mamude Akuga at 9 p.m. every Friday evening on Plus TV Africa as he probes deep in search of solutions. Inside the Niger Delta with Mamude Akuga, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region.
I looked away and tried to imagine Mama's reaction when I told her about Gozie. She had been waiting eagerly for me to bring someone home. I needed to marry early, she said. I lacked the traits and beauty to attract many suitors. Thus, I had to make to do with what I had before I was too old and educated to catch a decent man. Maybe I made a mistake by letting your father send you to university. That's why you like arguing like this. Too much book is inside your head, she lamented one day after interrupting a heated conversation between me and my brothers. Today it's politics, tomorrow it's football. Instead of you to come and join me in the kitchen, you're shouting up and down the house like a street boy. My grandmother used to say, only a foolish rat dances with the lizard in the rain. You're a woman, your brothers will have wives to cook for them. After all this book, better make sure you come home with a husband. You better not bring just a certificate. Adugo has that young man who's undo. Even Chinelo has somebody. Mama had been born in a time when education had been a luxury, if not a waste, for a girl child. But my grandmother had been a troublemaker. She'd insisted her husband send all their daughters to the local primary school to learn to read and write. Mama had spent the years afterwards learning to be a wife, and then her father shipped her off to be married long before she turned 18. I had other ambitions, desires she did not understand, to be something other than a wife. I hoped telling Mama about Gozie would restore her faith that I would be married someday. I was tired of being introduced to friends' sons, cousins, uncles, friends. Tired of Mama telling me every time the daughter of someone we knew got engaged or married, and as Ashrebi they were all planned to wear. Tired of congratulating others and watching them respond with oily smiles of those who had achieved all you aimed to, saying, "Don't worry, God will do your own." My name is Iwanuse Odafen, and I'm the author of Tomorrow I Become a Woman. Growing up, my parents were very big on reading, and my dad would buy me a lot of books. You know, my mom made us read academically, like she would always make sure you had to. But then my dad would also like buy me like Charles Dickens, those like a lot of the classics. My dad made me read them, and I just loved reading. And it got to a point that I started disturbing him to buy me books, and then he would we had these book shopping days where we'd go shopping for books together. And once I finished reading the books after a while, I'd go back to him again until he got tired and he was like, leave me alone. Because I've always loved reading, like I explained to you, like growing up that way. Well, writing actually was something I discovered pretty recently. It all started in 2015 when a friend was going through a very difficult situation. And I remember I was so frustrated about it, and I was talking to someone. The person said something I didn't agree with, basically repeating a lot of societal talk. And I was really upset by this. And I remember I told him, this friend of mine, I was like, I'm going to write about this. And he was like, can you go ahead now? Where's it? And it's obviously, because it sounded absurd that, I had written it, then I used to write essays and I'd contributed to like some non-fiction things in school, but I'd never written like a novel, so it was a very bizarre thing to say I was going to do. But then in 2016, I had some free time because I was like in between jobs, I was applying for a job, and I was like, I want to write about this thing. I was really bothered by it, and I just started asking about writing. You don't get better. It's more like you don't get better if you don't write. And I started, and my very first attempt was terrible, but I continued, and that just gave me so much peace, and that's how I really discovered my love for writing. Oh yes, definitely. When I attended the Purple Hibiscus Writing Workshop in 2019, at that point, because I come from a very finance background, so I studied accounting, like MBA, like everything was just very finance, consulting. But it was the first time I was actually surrounded by writers. Like everyone around me was actually a fellow writer that wanted to write. And just to be honest, I think we really underestimate how much just reading other people's works, so when you actually have to workshop each other's works and just reading and being inspired, like wow, more people are writing, and just listening to other people's experiences. And I remember also a lot of the tutors at the workshop were also very insightful. Just little things, nothing about writing, you never know what will change. And I remember at that point I had a draft for my novel then, and I was stuck and I didn't know what to do. I remember Chimamanda, who was in charge of the workshop, said that particular session I was in, she said something around, sometimes you're writing and then you're so focused on your agenda and you forget to tell a story. It sounds like a very simple advice to a writer, but then it clicked that was what was wrong with my draft. It was a lot. It was a very long process in the sense that, because I had to even gain confidence as a writer, I had to be sure in my own voice. I had to find my own writing voice. But it was such a learning experience for me, because I learned so much, not just about the subject I was writing on, but also about myself. Because several times I had to interrogate some things I'd accepted and some things I thought were normal, because I had to also think back over my own experiences to reflect them, because I really wanted the novel to be a true reflection of society. I wanted everyone to be able to see themselves. So I'd talk to friends, and then I had to even interrogate myself that, is this, why are you comfortable with this? Why have you accepted certain things as normal? So it was a very insightful experience. And it also taught me a lot about betting on yourself, because it's so easy to give up when you're writing as a writer, and because you get no's, there's so many like, why are you special, but it really taught me resilience. I stopped so many times, and then I kept going back. The first draft took me about 2.5 years. Yes, so I started writing the first draft in February 2016. I had a draft by September 2018. But then I had to keep editing, and I had something close to what is published now by 2020. Yeah, so it was a long process. Okay, so it was, again, publishing. I think a lot of people don't really understand how, the publishing process, So generally, okay, it's different for a lot of people. And also in Nigeria is a bit different from the West. So like the very first edition of my book was published in the UK. And to do that, I had to query a lot of agents. I got a lot of no's. I got over 50 no's. And from the first draft I had, and that's kind of what, spurred me to keep editing my draft. But I think after the workshop in 2019, I went back early 2020 and I rewrote my entire draft in 3 weeks. And I finished it and I just felt like I can buy this book. As I could walk into a bookshop and I can pick, I know. And I was at that point, I knew I was supposed to stop, this can go out. And I started querying again. I think one thing people don't prepare writers for is actually rejection and the reality of publishing. And I think accepting that you're going to be rejected is the first step. And it sounds like a crazy thing to say, why would you tell me that? That's a defeatist mindset. But then that's the thing, you're going to be rejected. But then, most of the time, all it takes is 1 yes. And it's about not stopping your work, just keep writing. Because the thing about writing is, the only way you can get better is actually by writing. And it's crazy, it's like, oh, but my writing isn't good, but then you won't get better if you stop. It's about reading more. It's about also finding works that connect with your writing voice, works that speak to you and also improve your writing, just consistently improving your craft and never stopping. You'll get no's. You get no's that, and the thing about it is accepting that those no's will come and you will be discouraged. Because you will be discouraged. I was discouraged so many times. There are times I paused writing for months. It will come. But then it's about not stopping there, refusing to allow that be the end, and just believing and having insane self-belief that at some point in the future, this will work out. And so that's my encouragement, to just keep writing and to just not stop.
Phone switch to on, light on. Switching commander internal. Expectedly back.
Of the Nigerian Guild of Editors. Honorable Alake served as the Commissioner of Information and Strategy in Lagos State from 1999 to 2007 and was responsible for projecting, publicizing, and sensitizing Lagosians and the nation on all Lagos State government policies, programs, and projects. He was, before entering the public service, an editor and member of the editorial board at Concord Press Nigeria Limited, while also serving as a special advisor to the late, great Chief MKO Abiola of blessed memory. Until his appointment as a minister of the Federal Republic, he was most recently special advisor to His Excellency Mr. President on special duties, communication, and strategy. He will serve as the Minister of Solid Minerals Development. Minister Designate from Enugu State, Chief Uche Jeffrey Nnaji, was born on the 16th day of June in 1963 in Nkanu West, local government of Enugu State. Chief Nnaji holds a bachelor's degree in biochemistry and microbiology from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. A very successful private sector player, he is also the Chief Executive Officer and founder of Signal Nigeria Limited, with commercial interests spanning construction and marine services. He is also a director of companies with interests in hydropower generation, crude oil pollution control, medical equipment, rice processing, as well as manufacturing. Chief Nnaji is a member of the Nigeria Association of Commerce, Industries, Mines, and Agriculture, NASIMA, a member of the Nigeria-Japan Chamber of Commerce, and a member of the Microbiology Association of Nigeria. He will serve as the Minister of Innovation, Science, and Technology. Minister-designate from Gombe State, Distinguished Senator Saidu Ahmed Alkali was born on the 12th day of February 1969 in Duku, Borno State. He obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in economics from the University of Maiduguri and worked postgraduate with the Duku Local Government Council before later joining the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. He is a three-term senator representing Gombe North Senatorial District, serving between 2007 and 2023. The distinguished senator was also a commissioner for information in Gombe State from 2008 to 2010. He will serve as the Minister of Transportation. Minister designate from Imo State, Dr. Doris Uzoka Anite, hails from Oguta local government area of Imo State and is an accomplished professional with expertise in banking, finance, human resource management, information and communications technology, treasury management, and public administration. She graduated with a bachelor's degree in medicine and a bachelor's degree in surgery from the University of Benin. In her role as the Commissioner of Finance and Coordinating Commissioner of the Economy in Imo State, she supervised multiple ministries. She served also as a member of the Presidential Advisory Council. She will serve as the Minister of Industry, Trade, and Investment. Minister Designate from Jigawa State, His Excellency Mohammed Badaru Abubakar was born on the 29th day of September 1962 and served as the Executive Governor of Jigawa State from 2015 to 2023. He is a graduate of accounting from the Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria. He served as the chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fertilizer and Gas, as well as the chairman of the Presidential Committee on Non-Oil Economic Development during the immediate past administration of His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari. The former executive governor has an extensive record of experience in the private sector, a renowned industrialist who served as the chairman and president of a number of chambers of commerce. He is the CEO of the Talamis Group of Industries. His Excellency Mohammed Abubakar is a recipient of the prestigious National Award of the Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON, and also an alumnus of the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, MNI. He will serve as the Minister of Defense. At this juncture, I respectfully call upon the ministers designate whose citations have been read to step forward to take their oaths of office, following which they will take a photograph with His Excellency Mr. President.
I, Ladili Alake, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I will preserve, protect, and defend the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God. I, Ladili Alake, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that as a minister, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully, and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the laws, and always in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being, and prosperity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that I will exercise the authority vested Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, so as not to impede or prejudice the authority lawfully vested in the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and so as not to endanger the continuance of the federal government of Nigeria. That I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my official decisions, that I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that in all circumstances I will do right to all manner of people according to law, and I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall become known to me as Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties as Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God. Right? I see ya.
We commence the fifth batch of 5 ministers designate to have their citations read with Minister Designate from Kano State, Alhaji Abdullahi Muhammad Gwazo. Born on the 23rd day of September in 1960 in Koya Getso in Kano State, he holds a bachelor's degree in science from Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria in 1988. He would go on to develop a career in politics where he was thrice elected chairman of Gwazo Local Government Council between 1991 and 2007. He served as the Deputy Governor of Kano State between 2007 and 2011 and was a pioneer member of the Board of Trustees of the All Progressives Congress. Abdullahi Gwazo will serve as the Minister of State for Housing and Urban Development. Also from Kano State, Minister Designate Dr. Mahmoud Maria was born on the 15th day of January 1978. She studied medicine and surgery at Bayero University in Kano and later advanced her education to become a consultant in family medicine at the Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital. She is a consultant in family medicine with over 20 years of experience in the field. Dr. Maria is also a member of the National Postgraduate Medical College and the West African College of Physicians. She was appointed Commissioner for Higher Education in Kano State in 2020. In that role, she oversaw the upgrade of the state's tertiary education system, for which she has received numerous awards. She is renowned as a strong advocate for women empowerment and girl education. This seasoned administrator will serve as the Minister of State for the Federal Capital Territory. Minister Designate from Katsina State, Alhaji Ahmed Musa Dangiwa. Was born on the 10th day of February 1963 and holds a bachelor's and master's degree in architecture from Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria. He also holds a master's in business administration from the same institution. During his 5-year term at the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria from April 2017 to April 2022, he championed historic reforms that helped to reposition the nation's foremost mortgage bank on the path of transparency, profitability, efficiency, and innovation, making a wider impact as a social housing delivery institution. He will serve as the Minister of Housing and Urban Development. Also from Katsina State, Minister Designate Barrister Hanatu Musa Musawa. Was born on the first day of November in 1974. She possesses a multifaceted background as a lawyer, newspaper columnist, and an immediate past Special Advisor to His Excellency Mr. President on culture, entertainment, and economy. She served as the Deputy Spokesperson and Deputy Director of Public Affairs of the APC Presidential Campaign Council. She holds a degree in law from the University of Buckingham in the United Kingdom and took an additional postgraduate master's degree in the legal aspects of marine affairs from the University of Cardiff in Wales. She also has a postgraduate master's degree in oil and gas law from the University of Aberdeen. She will serve as the Minister for Art, Culture, and the Creative Economy. Minister Designate from Kebbi State, His Excellency Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu. Was born on the 26th day of December 1961. Distinguished Senator Bagudu was the Executive Governor of Kebbi State from 2015 to 2023. He holds a bachelor's degree in economics and a master's degree in banking and finance. He also possesses a master's degree in international affairs and economic policy management from the prestigious Columbia University in the United States. Senator Bagudu worked as an economist at the Central Bank of Nigeria and also lectured at the University of Sokoto and was at the World Bank International Finance Corporation in Washington, D.C. between 1992 and 1993. He also represented Kebbi Central Senatorial District at the 7th Senate before his election as Executive Governor of Kebbi State in 2015. Senator Bagudu was chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum from 2019 to 2023 and chairman of the Presidential Task Force on Rice and Wheat in Nigeria. He went on to represent then President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the Presidential Transition Council. This recipient of the National Award of Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON, will serve as the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning. I now respectfully ask the 5 ministers designate to step forward to take their oaths of office, following which they will share a photograph with His Excellency, Mr. President.
I, Kenneth Musa Musawa, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God. I, Hannatu Musawa, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that as Minister I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that law and always in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being, and prosperity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that I will exercise the authority vested in me as a Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, so as not to impede or prejudice the authority lawfully vested in the President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of
This is it for upcoming artists to blow in Nigeria.
Welcome to Plus Trending. I am Buki November, your host, saying thank you for joining us on today's episode.
Welcome back. It's tea time on Plus TV Africa.
Practice makes perfect. I'm not perfect yet, but I'm a lot better than I used to be.
He's a king. He's entitled to marry 100 if he wants to.
It is engagement we need to have.
Those who suffer miscarriages are never taken into account.
Members of the National Assembly are also influence peddlers.
You are sitting on Nigerians' money.
From the barbing, I pay my rent. On the barbing, I send my children to school.
A consultative engagement.
No any tangible notification before they ban us.
It's one thing for people to be at your back at the heat of the moment, and another thing for them to still be with you when push comes to shove.